Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mark from Solar Games, and some updates on Fire Exia All Will Be One. So we're about 1 week out from set release. Sets looking good. Sets looking real good, right? So we've talked about the draft experience. We talked about all these other pieces. I've shared some draft and poll data with you guys. It does look like, of course, there's some variants, but again, I haven't opened enough products. Coming in about two weeks or so, I think I'll have more products to open, and of course I'll report those data to you as much as I can, depending on how much I actually end up opening. Part of this is, always the crashing price of MTG. Who knows, right? So may get open products, may not, but there's that. But set is selling super well, as far as I can tell. When I go to TCG Player, all the sources, I see many boxes. Sell-through rate is good. Every platform, right? I can't obviously look on Amazon data, but eBay you can see sold listings, TCG Player you can see sold listings, and you can see the price is actually stabilizing or slightly moving up. And so regarding the price move and the increase in general, I have to say I have some little data here that it sounds like the distributors may not have enough product right now. Now, some stores are reporting that when they're putting the second or third order in, they can't really fill the quantities they're requesting. And this is not pre-release where quantities are locked down, or at least they tell us locked down, but it's not really there. This is post-release, so I wonder why they're not able to fill quantities. It seems kind of weird that they can't order as many boxes as they want, right? So there's something going on here. Now, a couple theories, right? First of all, did the distributors actually order enough? Maybe they were so negative on the product that they actually thought no one would actually order, so they didn't even order enough for themselves. There's a possibility of that. And of course, now if stores are requesting, distributors will go back to WotC and request. So if that's true, there should be some distributors, there's a lot of options for stores that still have product on hand. They should be able to ship, and that shouldn't be a problem, especially after release. A lot of those, so normally in the pre-release era, the supply is limited because a lot of stores can only go to their default or assigned distributor as their primary source, and they can only get kind of like a little bit of product from other distributors. But come release time, like now until basically forever, for this set, they can essentially go to any distributor as long as they have an account with them, relationship, whatever. The price may not be the best, but as long as they're ordering from them, they can, kind of build that reputation with them long term. They should be able to actually order more products. So there's options there. Number two possibility for why there's not enough product is actually no one saw the positivity from both the stores, but also the players. I mean, think about it this way. Coming out of last year, a lot of the stores were thinking, man, the Magic's dying. Look at this. You buy Infinity, it crashes. You buy like Dominator United, it crashes. Dominator Remasters, it crashes. Like all these sets are crashing, right? So what store is dumb enough to go and say, okay, now pre-order 1,000 boxes of Fire Exia All Will Be One? They're going to be very cautious, right? So of course, a lot of stores probably order very little. And a lot of what distributors order is based on what the store's ordering, right? So the stores give the distributors a number. This is by the way, this happens like 3-4 months ago, right? In advance, maybe not that far. 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Around like December is when all the orders from stores were kind of going in. Actually, 3 months ago. I think November is when I had to put my numbers up. It was a while ago, okay? I don't even remember anymore. But basically, you put these numbers up really early, before anyone sees anything. I think the only thing you see is that product preview. So Wizard does like a bunch of their like showcase type of things. There's the product preview video, which again, on my channel, I critiqued a little bit for how many different types of product they had. That happened months ago. That was probably the first thing that stores could see. And I think, if I'm not wrong, that video drops about a week before the deadline that most distributors will give to the stores. Meaning the stores will kind of see that video and have to make a quick decision already if they haven't made the decision already on how many boxes they're ordered. Most stores just order for their attendance numbers. And for example, if you normally you can sell through, let's say 20 boxes for the whole season, they order 20 and they kind of just like chill on the inventory. And if they need more, they'll come back for a second order. That's basically how it works. So again, stores very early on put in their orders, and of course distributors will take the whole number and then request that from WotC. And they will usually, request more because they know stores will come back, add on more, and that way they have a little bit of inventory for future as well. They don't have to go request from WotC again for future pallets to be delivered to distributors. Now, maybe nobody saw the positivity from the players or the stores. Maybe the stores underordered, and so the distributors underordered. So everybody in the whole supply chain is just kind of like did not understand the message. Oh shit, this set is actually kind of good. Yeah, it's pretty freaking good, guys. So maybe that's what happened, right? A lot of people just didn't understand, and they got like swooped because they didn't understand how good the set was going to be and how players were going to react to the set. And I think one of the stores that, I talked to, whatever, they actually, both stores I talked to, they sold out both weekends, for pre-release. So pre-release was really hot. A lot of people showed up, full, packed type of thing. So really, really, really good, attendance numbers for the stores. I'm sure everybody's seeing the same thing across the country and probably across the world, right? The last theory, and this one's more exciting, I guess, is that there's actually possibly maybe a cut to the print runs. Can you imagine if they actually said, okay, maybe we cut the print runs. Now, it's a little bit tricky for this set. Now, number one, first of all, it actually cutting the print run initially doesn't really matter that much long term. Yes, you can't collect the money right away because again, you don't have the products, so you can't sell it. But all booster boxes and draft boxes, so draft and set boosters are print to demand. So essentially, they could just go back to the printer, print more copies, and they're fine. So even if they're out, they're not going to be out for long. Now, collector's boosters are supposed to be one print run, but who knows? There's a lot of shady business that could happen there that we don't even really know about. So there's that. I will say though, I think if WotC is cutting print run numbers, this is probably not the right set to do it. So I think maybe everybody just predicted incorrectly. And so there is going to be quickly, so we'll see, right? If next week and the week after the supply comes to market really fast, then that means that WotC already printed it. It's not really actually a print number, the print run number issue. Now, if we have a drought for about a month, right, where boxes kind of just keep climbing in price and the quantity keeps decreasing, oh boy, I can tell you, yes, I'm pretty sure they did cut initial print runs, right? So there's that. Of course, everyone wants to know what will happen next to the set. So far, the singles are selling well. The set overall is selling well. The complete editions haven't really dropped in mass. I know a lot of streamers, influencers got their boxes. I'm too small to, be on WotC's radar. Plus, honestly, my content, they probably hate it. So I'm never going to be on that preview cycle with them for sure. I'm pretty sure. But if they want to send me product, hey, I'll take it, man. I'll do all the shady stuff with it. So it should be good. So what will happen next for the set? I think long term, this set is going to do very well. I can already imagine in a couple years, I probably just want to bust open one of these boxes and draft Phyrexia all will be one again. Great plane, great storyline. It's almost like if War of the Spark was the end of last era, this is the end of this era. And I was telling my friend at work, right? I was like, what makes the Star Wars movie really fun? In fact, what was your favorite original Star Wars movie, right? I think most people will say Empire Strikes Back. And the reason's because, well, Empire Strikes Back is fun. You like it when the bad guys win because they're cool. They have all this nice things and they're powerful and they have all this unique things. And so that's what this set is. This is the Empire Strikes Back of this whole Phyrexian war thing. Of course, we're going to resolve this in March of the Machines. Urza and everybody is going to bring their machines. They're probably going to fight Elish Norn and they're going to win. And then that's it, whatever. And then there's going to be some permanent damage to the whole multiverse. And of course, that's the change that Mark Rosewater is talking about. Anyways, what will happen next? WotC will see the numbers. They'll say that it's really, really good because it is really actually probably very good. Is it going to be the best selling set ever? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's possible to shatter Neon Dynasty, But I can tell you they're getting pretty close. And those complete edition bundles are still selling like hotcake. And I feel like every single store, and I'm talking about big box stores like Target, Walmart, whoever, that get a bunch of these things, they sell out super quick. I heard from some of the audience, by the way, if you can still get it, go to Walmart, $80 apparently, you can pre-order. I don't even know if those are still available anymore, if the Walmart sold out. And I did hear that Walmart has this problem where they might be, for example, allocated one pallet of boxes. They don't understand what that is because they're not at LGS. They don't really understand this game. And they pre-sell way more than they can, and they just cancel orders. And here's the reality. What are you going to do? Leave Walmart a bad review? You're not going to stop shopping there. They don't care. They could do this to you, and it really doesn't matter for them. And the best part is they probably just borrowed your money for like about a month while they invested on whatever they're doing, and then it will just return to you, no interest. Hey, have fun. So there's that. Just understand, if you order from Walmart on the pre-order, I don't think it's always guaranteed, because even if I say something like, "Oh, you're guaranteed," or "your money back," great. Well, that's not really helpful. I want the product. I don't want the money, right? Anywho, yes, this is going to be a very well-selling set. I don't know if it's going to be the best-selling set, but it's pretty close. So no matter what, Watsy's definitely going to talk this up a lot in their earning call because they need it. Okay, there's that. Look, this set is selling so well right now, and if distributors are truly out, they're going to continue printing. In fact, I think they're printing that right now. They're probably having a second print wave right now going on for Fireworks Sale All Will Be One, if not a third one initiated, right? Sometimes the print waves are, they happen before the first wave actually even lands, because most of the time you're going to need a second wave to satisfy and meet market demand. So usually the second wave is already in the hopper before the product's actually released. The third wave, which they're probably initiating now, is actually now being printed. And then of course that gets on the ships to ship over or whatever, that kind of stuff. So look, here's the thing. They're gonna print this thing, and I firmly believe that the market will absorb the product. They will not have to dump this on Amazon probably yet. Maybe if there's a fourth or fifth print wave, they may do a small little dump like they did with Neon Dynasty, the best-selling set ever, right, on Amazon, more towards this year's Christmas. So we'll have to watch out for that, but that's like a year from now, so I'm not really worried about it too much or thinking about it even. Yeah. What else did Watsy learn? Power creep sells super well. Now, did they really just learn that now? No. I mean, if you think about how they design sets, all this was designed 2 years ago. Right? 2 years in the past. So they already knew how to sell this set 2 years ago. So all this power creep, all this stuff, they already put it into the product. They knew what was going to happen, which also signals probably the stuff that they're currently designing, which we'll see in 2 years, so 2025, is already power creeped. So because they're not going to stop from here. And the feedback is very positive, right? So we love the set. People are buying it, hand over fist. They're going to continue creeping because it looks like it's working, and that's what's going to happen. Yeah. So next sets, March the Machine. Again, that's where the story ends and concludes. And Aftermath, I think, will both be really tough selling sets. Now, on the surface, they're going to be tough because I don't know how you come down from this. And the design philosophy at Watsy has been that they will push a certain set and of course bring it back down, and push a certain set, bring it back down, like more like a saw like type of progression. And the reason for this is because to not power creep forever, you do want to bring the power level down a little bit so they can power creep again. Essentially, that's what the whole idea behind this is. Now, I will say, there is one thing that really is going to push those two sets, March of Machines and Aftermath, and that's going to be the battle mechanic. My personal theory right now is that battle will really make an entrance. It will make an entrance in March of the Machines for sure. But I think the majority of battle cards, or a ton of battle cards, will be released in Aftermath. And that's why the Aftermath booster packs are so little cards for the same amount of money. I think it's because it's supplemental. They're going to be printing a ton of battle cards into And it's really targeted for all formats. And you know Commander is going to be super heavy for this because Commander makes money and there's a ton of Commander players. And Commander players apparently are willing to spend a lot more money than your standard players. So yeah, likely Aftermath is going to be a ton of cards printed for the battle mechanic. But within March of the Machines, there will be battle mechanic. And we'll finally find out what it is and how it works. So that should be exciting. And that's where I think even if the set itself is a little bit depowered, it will still sell well because look, players need the battle card. It's a new card type. This is not just like a keyword or ability. It's a new card type. So a lot of players are going to go for that no matter what. So again, no lottery for Aftermath and March of the Machine, I suspect, because they have battle to kind of hold the whole set up. But I suspect there will be a lottery or serialized card probably coming for Eldraine and maybe the Ixalan set after that. In fact, I'm actually pretty confident Ixalan will have some form of lottery or serialized card, essentially because the original Ixalan, they did try to do this or they wanted to do this, but those cards, because again, the boxes for the serialized lottery cards back then didn't do so well. So they actually scrapped the idea and then just made the lottery cards, what was meant to be the lottery cards, the double-sided cards within Ixalan. So I think they are going to go back and potentially make some really cool, maybe like gold-looking lottery cards or serialized cards for Ixalan. And I suspect that's going to be available for that set. So that's what's going to be happening for the future. For this year of Magic, I do think 2023 is going to be pretty happening. I see everywhere, by the way, that there's a lot of like recovery, and I see a lot of people kind of becoming a little bit more positive. We may have already gone through the trench, I don't know, but it does look like there's a lot more interest, and there could just be a flash in the pan because of this current set. But if Wizard can knock it out of the park for 2 more sets from here, then we may be on a good trajectory for the entire year. I really do wish they just cancel all of that stupid jumpstart, like the set jumpstart product altogether, but probably they won't because it's making money and somebody will buy it. So it is what it is. All right, that's going to do for me for today. This is Mark, Solo Games. If you have not tried Phyrexia All-We-One, please try it. It's a great set. It's a good game. So yeah, go try it. All right, see ya.